Welcome all, Papa G here. Today I present my low-carb keto crackers. I've experimented with a lot of different recipe variations of flaxseed crackers, and I've been disappointed with most. Either the texture wasn't there or the taste was akin to cardboard or just downright bland. My recipe offers the savory taste of a multigrain cracker with the crispness to go along. And since the total number of crackers you get from this recipe will vary, I'll just give you the macros for the whole recipe and you can do the math. Let's get started. A lot of recipes call for whole flax seeds and soaking them overnight, but I recommend this golden pre-ground version I found on Amazon. It saves a lot of time, and at current of this video, this large 4-pound bag was less than $10. As I said in the opening, I've experimented a lot with this recipe and found this seasoning from Trader Joe's to be the best to complement the taste profile from the ground flaxseed. Another ingredient point to make is the sweetener we'll use. As you know, some sugar substitutes have a cooling aftertaste, which can work in most dessert recipes, but we're not trying to sweeten the cracker here, just balance the raw edge from the flaxseed. For this recipe, it's important to find one that doesn't have much of that cooling aftertaste. Also noted in our ingredients list will be salted sunflower seed kernels. I did try the unsalted variety, but found the salted to be a better option. Now with that out of the way, let's move on to the recipe. Add 3/4 cup of ground golden flaxseed to a mixing bowl. Add a sugar substitute equal to 1 tablespoon of regular sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 tablespoon of everything but the bagel seasoning, and 2 tablespoons of roasted and salted sunflower seed kernels. Mix with a whisk to blend together. Now add 1/4 cup of hot water and mix with a rubber spatula to blend. We're using hot water to help dissolve the salt and other seasoning into the flaxseed. Now it may seem at first you don't have enough water, but keep mixing until the dough is fully moist. You'll see in just a minute using less water than most other recipes will keep the dough from being sticky when we roll it out. Flatten the dough into a small square or circle. Wrap the dough with some plastic wrap. Place in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to rest. Another helpful little trick is to use pre-cut parchment paper cut to the size of your baking sheet. It helps to act as a distant guide when rolling out the dough. Remove the plastic from the dough and place in the center of the parchment paper. Cover with another piece of parchment and use your hands to get the dough started, pressing down to flatten. Now use a rolling pin and slowly press and roll the dough. As you see, as we continue to work the dough, using less water has made the dough much easier to work with and less sticky. Our object at first will be to flatten the dough, so don't worry so much about the shape. We'll fix that in a bit. As the dough is pressed to the edges, slice away the outer edges and place the cuttings back into the middle. You may need to repeat this process several times. The object is to get it thin and uniform. Here's my finished dough. As you notice, there are several small holes still in the dough. Don't let this bother you, as you'll see when we score the dough it won't matter. Score the dough in the shapes you want. You can use a knife, but I highly recommend a pizza cutter. It's much easier to make a straighter line. Place the parchment paper on a baking sheet. Place in the middle of a preheated 300-degree oven and set your timer for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, rotate the baking sheet. Let these bake for another 20 to 25 minutes or until the middle crackers are nice and crisp. Remove from the oven and check for hardness in the center of the batch. These were perfectly nice and crisp. Scoring the crackers before baking makes it much easier to separate. As you see, the texture is perfect. These crackers taste great and hold up well for your favorite spreads and dips. Delicious. There you have it, folks, my low-carb keto crackers. Just the right balance of flavor and texture to help make your life just a little better. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.